Hey guys, I'm Red, and in this week's episode of Building a City in Lego, I don't really know what we're doing. So, either we can add a Lego store right here, this kind of 16 wide gap here right next to the Jazz Club, or we can tile off the outside of the Jazz Club and make it look real nice. I did add this road here, so it's just kind of loose. I'm not sure what to do with this 16 wide gap here. Maybe add another road, or I don't know. But these four minifigures here are basically why I'm building the Lego store, because all four of these were given out in Lego stores, either when the stores turned 1 year old, or just because the Lego store employee was cool to give away. I don't know, but we'll do some testing and see how it turns out. Alright, so far this is what I've got here, tiled off everything in the front. I just need to add this barrier here in between the street and the sidewalk. And then next we're gonna add these 4 or 5 planters here. And then we can get to the Lego store. But again, first we gotta add these planters. So let's do that right now. Alright guys, so this is actually all I could build with the parts I have, because I'm working on getting more of those 1x2 snot bricks there. So, you know what we're gonna do instead of this? We're gonna add the Lego store. So I think obviously the first thing we should do is get rid of these hinges, because if they're there, we will not be able to place the building flush with the Taylor, and it'll look really weird. So let's get rid of those. And there we go. The Lego store is now flush with the Taylor and the pizza shop. But now all we gotta do is take it off its original plate and kind of get it into the Mills plate. Okay, so while we're ripping this set up, I don't really like the glass facing the alley like that. Like, I feel like the windows should just be up on the second floor. And then if we can, of course, you know, the door and windows here. But I think this should be the pick-a-brick wall, and then we can just get rid of the window and have more sets. All right, so we're starting to get a nice little foundation here. I really like it so far. The whole floor is just gonna be yellow tile, because I don't have any other use for them. So we got the register place, we got the pick-a-brick wall, and we got a little friends section over there. Still kind of thinking if I want the creator sets over there too, because then might be kind of cramped when people try and grab their bricks, but I'm not sure. I guess we'll just have to think about it. Alright, so I was building this. I put all the tiles down, you know, making it look nice, making it look pretty. And then I realized, how are they gonna get to the second floor? And that is a question I'm gonna deal with later. Because I was thinking about it, and like, I don't think I can fit a staircase into here without having the register here. And then that would be really weird if the worker had his back facing, you know, so we're not gonna do that. But we are gonna do is we're gonna keep going like this, and then we're just gonna put the second floor on top and not worry about it right now. So I think we're done with the first floor, other than just one creator set over there that has to get put on the wall. Right next to it is our pick-a-brick wall. We have the register. There's some Duplo sets there. And then on the mirrored side is some Friends stuff. So looking pretty cool, looking nice. I really like it. We just got to tile off the front here, add the plants that the set came with, and then add the second floor. All right, so the second floor, what do we want to do? Well, we want to keep the minifigure thing there. We still have to add our big Technic sets, Ninjago and City. So the sets wrapped all the way around the far walls. And then this is kind of our middle here, so can't really have sets on the glass because I like the big windows. But let me start building the foundation, and I will see you guys in a second. All right, so the second floor was actually really boring to build because it's all just basically a white wall. But we got City here, Ninjago, and then just a blank wall with, okay, I kind of like this. Because we got the windows here, right? So realistically, the sun's gonna go through here and actually yellow the wall. So I kind of like that. But anyway, we have the black boxes. We got some idea sets over there, it looks like. We get the minifigure factory, and then more Technic and the idea set. So, looks pretty cool. I'm gonna tie all this off, and I will see you guys when that's done. Okay, so the second floor is mostly done. I'm just missing a few tiles there that I'll probably end up picking up today. And then the roof. What should we do? Because that one's pretty styled, that one's pretty styled, and so is the bugle. So, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just get a bunch of a dark gray plates, and then maybe build like a air conditioning system on the top. I have no idea. But I really like that. I think it looks really, really nice there. Okay, so most of the floor is done. We just need that 2x2 tile there, which I just completely forgot about. So our next step is obviously the roof. Now, what are we gonna do with that? Well, obviously the first step is to get a little base plates and see what I can do. But this is the only 4 I have left from the set itself. So we're gonna have to dig through the collection a little bit, and I think my collection of dark gray base plates is kind of scarce, so we might have to stretch it a little bit, but I'll see you guys when I figure that out. Okay, so I think we got it down. We just got to add the jumpers, so it's 1 plate higher. We can very easily just take it off, and we got to add some detail. So I guess I'll see you when I finish that. Okay, so here is the first prototype, and I'm actually out of yellow plate, so I'm gonna have to get a replacement for that. And then there's a whole side that's missing. But anyway, what do we want to fill on the roof? Well, if we look at the neighboring buildings, there's a greenhouse and kind of like a squirrel's nest. So I have no idea, but I think I actually have an idea, because the Lego plants in Vietnam and the new one in Virginia will all be solar powered. So maybe we can place some solar panels up there and make it look all pretty. But first things first, though, we really got to tile off this, I'm not sure what it'd be called for a roof, but the edge, I guess, so it looks all pretty like the jazz club and the pizza shop and the tailor. So hopefully I have white tile. Okay, so good news and bad news. Good news, obviously, tiled off the roof, making it look nicer. And the bad news is I only have this one solar panel, and I don't really want to take apart my ISS just for the solar panels. So, I guess we're using this for now. I guess one solar panel can power a whole Lego store. This might be an illegal building technique, but I kind of like it. Have the solar panel just barely off the plate like that. I think it works pretty well, and it's pretty realistic, so I mean, I'm down, and it's not putting any stress on the pieces, so I think once we get more solar panels, it'll look really good like that. So putting everything back kind of together, you can see just how much the city has grown over the past episode, and like it just looks really, really nice, and I think it'll look even better once we get even more planters and just more people going around, maybe somebody eating at the restaurant or somebody leaving the Lego store. But one thing I really do want to try and add are these lights. Now, I'm not sure where these came from, but the guys at work kind of just let me keep them because we can't sell them at the store. So I took them home, and maybe I would like to light up one of our buildings. But the issue with these, you can't, yeah, there you go. They're all orange and blue. There's a little bit of red in there. So I'm not sure exactly what to do with them, and I'm not even sure where to start hooking up lights to my Lego, but it's all trial and error, right? Alright, so real quick before we close up for the week, I just want to show you some little things I added. First off, I had the moving truck, which was the gift with purchase from the Jazz Club. We have one of the people that just dropped the package. I guess it's just a donut, so not too important. And we have the other guy trying to bring in a jukebox. Hopefully that gets up the stairs. Over here we have some people leaving and going to enter the Lego store. We have Spider Pig and a policewoman on a date, which I didn't mean to do, but I guess that could be interpreted in a couple different ways. We have the singer going to get lunch before her shift at the Jazz Club starts. Here we have Black Cat almost getting caught by a police guy. And scattered around are a few different people just walking around, living their life, which is always really nice to see in these Lego cities. And I forgot to mention the chef has found a rat in his greenhouse, so he's pretty scared. And final note before we close, I did keep the train and the castle from the Lego store intact, just in case we want to re-add those in the future. So with that, I think this week has all been wrapped up. So why don't you join me next week when I have no idea what we're doing yet, but at least we're going to add the vintage car. So that's in the books for next time. We are going to upgrade the Daily Bugle a little bit. So there's that. So I hope to see you next week. If you enjoyed this one, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you want to see in the city in the future. So with that, I hope to see you next week when we continue building our Lego city.